Can you beat Angry Birds without birds? Well, no, but how many birds does it take? What is the minimum number of birds required to beat this game? Throughout the first 21 levels, there are a grand total of 91 birds at your disposal, so let's see how low we can take that number. The first level is a simple stage with a single pig, and I only need one swift bird to take him out. That's a nice and easy 2 birds cut away. The second level is immediately more tricky. The birds in this game lose their momentum very fast, so if they hit a piece of wood or anything, they almost immediately stop. The only thing that they fly through like butter is pigs. I wanted to see if I could perfectly align it so we only hit the 3 pigs in the front without hitting their pedestal and then knocked over the 4th guy, but the angles just don't line up. The bird is already at a downward angle when he approaches the pigs, so unfortunately I had to use 2 birds to take down all 4 pigs. Still saving a couple of birds, but an unfortunate loss all the same. Level 3 is already great because of my smiling man Jerry over here. There's also the perfect assassination plot located right on this hill as I can push this boulder over. I unfortunately used a little too much momentum and accidentally crippled Jerry in the process, so I'm sorry. But that's 3 more birds saved for the cause. Level 4 was just infuriating. I'm so close to getting with 1 bird, but the defense is just a little too strong. I tried to aim for the crack in the ice and hoped to push over the stone cage to kill the pig, but unfortunately I could never hit it with enough momentum, so I had to use 2 birds. Level 5 was a pretty cut and dry case with only 1 bird. The pigs took a page out of Louis XVI book and climbed into a guillotine. So all I had to do was drop the boulder and kill all the pigs, saving another 3 birds. Level 6 is potentially shaveable, and I have a couple of strategies that could work. The main one I tried was to kind of roll across the top of the first box and into the second higher box. This could potentially take out both of the pigs, but I never quite got it to work. My other strategy was to aim for this block right here and cause the stuff on top to fall down to the left and take out the other bird. This one was a lot less consistent, and I don't think it'll work without perfect precision. If you guys want to have a go, I think it could be safe, but after 15 minutes of chucking birds, I couldn't quite manage to secure it, so I had to use 2 birds instead of 1. Level 7 marks a third of the way through the challenge and looked impossible from the start. There's so much ice and structural integrity that I thought there was no way I could break through. But after throwing some birds, I managed to hit this wooden plank and break it somehow, destroying the entire structure in one go and saving 3 more birds. Level 8 took so long, but I'm proud that I managed to get it with a single bird. At first it seemed quite impossible. I needed this boulder off and kill the 2 pigs on the right, but then how do I take out the 2 pigs on the left? If I hit the boulder in the right way, then I'll roll to the left and take out the first pig. But unfortunately, since all my momentum is gone, I can't get past these blocks. So instead, while I was messing around with the level, I found that if you hit these blocks in the perfect way, it causes the ice and wood to launch up and hit the boulder, causing it to roll while the bird takes out the other 2 pigs on the right. There is unfortunately just one problem. This stupid piece of ice. It gets launched so high that it soars over the boulder and lands on the pig, somehow not killing it. This is a problem because it kills the boulder's momentum. It doesn't allow it to take out either pig. I wasn't sure what to do and kept throwing myself at it again and again until I got lucky with this. Somehow it worked and I escaped, saving another 3 birds. If you're enjoying and want to see a video like this every Monday, then make sure to subscribe. Thank you. Thankfully for level 9, I only needed 1 flying object to take out the 2 towers, so no subtle references are needed this time. They also gave you 4 birds for some reason, so I'm saving 3 of them. Unfortunately, with 2 very possible stages, I now have to face level 10. Level 10 supplies 5 bluebirds, who are all super weak. The birds were actually smart this time and set up behind some stone which I can't break, and ice piled on top to make it super heavy and unable to knock over. I knew I needed at least 2 birds, so with my first shot I would always aim to take out as much ice as possible to make the structures weaker and easier to push over. On my winning attempt, I even managed to flip over the topside cage and kill the big pig somehow. From there, all I needed was a little shove, and since the ice was all gone, the birds managed to crush the pig inside and save 3 more birds. At level 9, I was thankfully given a red and not more of the weak bluebirds. So, with a well-aimed shot, I was able to knock over this tower and take everything down with me. Level 12 is probably the only time I want bluebirds, as we have to take out some Elsa wannabes in an ice castle, and one bluebird cleans up shop nicely, saving 3 birds in both levels. Level 13 is a scary one, as there's a lot of stone and only a bluebird to finish the job. There's a tight path here that you can use to sneak in and assassinate the big pig, and I thought I would have to perfectly align the bluebird to split and hit all 3 pigs at once, although I was never able to manage that. Instead, I noticed this ice above the big pig and aimed my bird for that, taking out the whole tower of pigs and again saving 3 more birds. Level 14 is seemingly so possible. I should just be able to line up the perfect bird and make the most satisfying clip ever, killing all the pigs at once. Sadly, it doesn't quite work. This hill blocks you from being able to hit the first couple of pigs, and I can't manage to take them all out in one. To get the first couple of pigs, I can either aim for the back hill to bounce up and take them out, or I can make the more destructive choice of breaking this piece of ice and dropping a metric ton of stone on the pigs. The boulder sadly doesn't roll and kill all the pigs because Angry Birds physics is so janky, but it's the best alternative. From there, all I need to do was line up one more bird to fly through the rest of the pigs, bringing our total down another 2 birds. Level 15 is another head scratcher. We've got a bluebird and a mountain of ice on top of this big pig in the middle. Since there are 3 pigs, I was originally trying to spread the bluebirds between all of them. But then I realized that this tower of ice almost always gets knocked over and takes out the bird on the right anyway. So instead I focused all my energy on the left and took them all out with 1 bird. Levels 16 and 17 are both solely based around Chuck and give him the perfect defense. However, we do have to be a little strategic, as with my first couple of goes I got slowed down too much to make it through the whole structure. Instead, if I aim for the middle part, I can collapse the buildings down on themselves and beat both levels with only 1 bird, saving 6 birds overall. Level 18 is by far my least favorite level, challenge or not, and it holds up to being awful in this one as well. It is so hard to chain pig deaths together because of how much wood is placed, and how dumb the physics in this game works. The wood just gets stopped by other wood, or my birds get stopped by the ridiculous amount of wood and don't even reach 1 pig. On my best attempt, I used 2 birds to take out the top 2 pigs, and then just barely managed to get the bottom 2 pigs with 1 more bird. It's a brutal 3 birds I have to add to the total, but I have very little faith that I can improve any further. Level 19 is a massive fortress, and although I tried, the first bluebird will not cut it at all. Instead, I had to break as much ice and wood as I could to clear a way for Chuck to blaze in there and evaporate the pig. Level 20 is built almost entirely out of wood, which should make it the perfect playground for Chuck. But I guess there's just a little too much friction because the first Chuck always gets stopped in this little tunnel here. I've made it through a couple of times, but never with enough momentum to break this middle piece of wood and take out the other pig, so I don't know what to do. Maybe if you break through perfectly, you would maintain enough speed to take out both pigs in one go, but I'm having a hard time believing that, and had to use 2 birds to get through. 1 to butter up the defense, and 1 to smash the pigs. Thankfully, they gave us 5 birds to do it, so we can save another 3 birds. Level 21 is the final level, and it is absolutely massive, and there's 0 chance that I'm making it through this with only 1 bird, as we're given 8. Our first bird is a bluebird, and thankfully there's some ice we can hit in the beginning, toppling this first tower and doing some damage. Bread is pretty useless, but I can use him to clear out some debris and clear a way for Chuck to somehow fly through and kill both pigs in 1 go. I don't know how he didn't get slowed down or why this worked when every other time I've had to use several more birds, but that's this massive level done in only 3 birds, meaning we saved our final 5 birds and ended with a score of 32. It's a far cry from 91, and I'm proud of a lot of the levels, but I know it can probably be improved, so if you want to try it for yourself, then go ahead, as this was super fun. Thanks for watching, and be sure to watch another video on screen now, and have a great day.